Yo, how's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing well. Today we're going to be talking about three types of investing for Pokemon. We're talking about short term, long term, and dumb investments strategies. So there's a lot of ways to make money while you're investing in Pokemon, and we're going to be going over three of them. If you do this correctly, you can make a lot of money, but like I always say, it does take time for certain ways, and there's ways you can make money right now doing Pokemon. Let's go over the three types. We have the quick flippers, people that buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. Short term investing is when you buy something and you flip it for 10 to 20% more. Okay? And you buy and sell. People call it scalping. It's pretty much running a business where you're buying inventory and you're selling it for more. Every business does it, everyone does it. In the Pokemon world, you're just a scalper because people get upset that they can't buy it before you to make that money. That's all it is. Let's just break it down. It is what it is. Um, some people like to invest long term because they work full time and they don't have the time to do that. Because when you're buying and selling, it's literally having like a real job. You're going to, let's say, online, you're finding the deals. You gotta wait for them to get here. You gotta resell them, relist them. You gotta ship them, wait for the money. It ends up being a real job where you invest $25 into a product and you get $35, $37. After paying for shipping and taxes, you make $8, and you're doing it 100 times a month. So you're making an extra $500 to $1,000. It's a real job, pretty much. A lot of people don't like to do it because it takes a lot of time. But it is one of the most profitable ways to make money with anything, like with Pokemon. Um, like with Pokemon, you could flip it. You know what I mean? For me, I'm a long-term investor because I'm just so busy in life already. How it is, I don't have time to sit there. I mean, I do sell some stuff. I wish I had more time to sell stuff on eBay and all that to you guys, which I'm working on. Hopefully, we do have the shop and website up soon, so we can start doing stuff like that. But it's tough, you know. It takes a full time, you know. Let's give an example of like I say, Brilliant Stars. People that short term flip would buy Brilliant Stars for, let's say, 130 to 140. Okay, and they can flip them for 160, 165. These aren't the correct numbers. I'm just giving you an example, and they're flipping these for $20 each profit. Now, if they could flip them for 100 of them a month, they're making $2,000. Okay. Now, that's a short term. Long term is you'd buy it, hang on to it, and your box would go to $1,000. You're not doing anything. You're making money. You're doubling, tripling, 5 times your money, whatever. You're not doing anything. But if you were to flip 100 boxes a month, that's way more profitable than sitting on a case for 5 to 10 years. Um, so flipping can make money. It's a lot of work though. Very little risk involved with flipping items as long as you're able to sell them. There's a lot of places where you could always sell them. You have TCG Player, you have eBay, you have local places, which I always recommend trying to sell stuff local, so you can avoid the fees. eBay is 13.9% fees, I believe it is. It's over 10%, and then you have to pay for shipping sometimes, and you got to pay for sales tax depending where you're located at. So there's no way to get around those things. So that's short-term investing. Long-term investing. You got to be smart about this if you're going to be long-term. Smart investing in Pokemon. So one of the big things that no one talks about is having an emergency fund. Okay. Long-term investing is 5 to 10 years, just like with any investment. 5 to 10 years. Now, you need to have your emergency fund because we live in the real world. Okay. Yes, we do invest in Pokemon, but once this camera turns off, I go to real life, and anything could happen. My car could break down, my house roof might go bad, plumbing might go bad, my cat might need to go to the vet. That might cost me $3,000. And if I don't have it, and all my money's in Pokemon, guess what? Now my investments have to sell, and I'm losing money. You have to have emergency fund. I would say at least 3 months of all your expenses, at least $10,000 cash. If you're taking this and doing Pokemon big. If you're just buying a case now and then, You don't need that much because obviously you're doing other things to make money. If you're just buying a case or a booster box, okay. But if you're taking this big and you're going heavy in Pokemon and you're buying cases and cases of every set, you need to have an emergency fund because things will happen in life. It's just part of it. It's how it works. You need to also have more safer investments. You need to have your emergency fund. You need to invest in. I personally like to invest in more safer stocks. You know what I mean? I do the S&P 500 index fund, mutual funds, invest in Apple. There's a lot of great stuff that's just probably not going to drop. And if you do need money, you can sell them almost instantly. You can sell a stock within 10 seconds and it'll be in your bank account in no time. Now with Pokemon, it takes a lot longer. And also, with a long-term investment, you also got to think about storing these things. Where are you going to put these things for 5 to 10 years? Are you just going to fill up your bedroom and not have anywhere to live? You know, you got to worry about damaging these boxes, storing them. And that's a big process too. 5 or 10 years minimal. And remember, after a couple of years, you keep stacking and stacking and stacking because for investing, you got to consistently invest. You just can't buy one set and think you're going to make a lot of money. That's just not how it's going to work. You got to be consistent or this is not going to work. Now, I have in the past skipped some sets because I just didn't see it make sense to me. Do I regret it? Definitely. But I put money in other things, luckily. So I was still investing. I just wasn't investing in all the sets I want. I would love to have 5 cases of every Sword and Shield case, of Sword and Shield set. But I don't. I missed a few of them at the beginning. I missed base set, which would have been cool. $300 a box. That's pretty good. At one time, those boxes were going for like $90. So I would have 3 times my money in 1 year. But that's okay. And then you got to have a plan. Like I was saying, 5 to 10 years is short term to long term. You know, it has to be no less than 5 years because these things will take time. There will be that one set that goes up once in a blue moon. But most of the time, it's not going to happen. I mean, you're going to have the Evolving Skies that just goes up to the moon, and no matter what happens, it just keeps going up. If you guys got those, good job. Yeah. So let's go to our last one, which I'm going to call it dumb investing. Now, like I was saying, buying things when you're not ready. It's the same thing as long term, but you have to be ready to do these things. Have to do it. Having an emergency fund. I cannot stress enough having extra money. Don't sit there and invest all your money and have no money for food and just pray everything works. Because, yeah, it might work. But the last thing you want to do is go in debt of Pokemon. You don't want to go borrow money from someone and pay interest or max out your credit cards. Don't invest in stuff using credit cards. Now, it's okay now and then if you go, okay, well, I have this and I'm planning out points. And there is ways to do it, which I could explain in another video, how you could use your credit cards to never pay for stuff. You could just flip through it and never have to pay for anything. You have a 45 days, you could play it, pay off your credit card, get it right back in, and use it again. I've done that before. I don't always do it, but when there's a good product and I don't have the capital, I do that. It's a good way to start. It's a good way to start a business. It's risky, though. If you don't know what you're doing, I'm not a financial planner. I'm not going to go too much into it right now, but there is ways to do that. I have known a lot of people that have invested in Pokemon, and let's say an example. They have bought a case of, let's say Scarlet Violet, and they bought it for $600. They sat on it for 7 months and didn't do anything. First of all, they were like, "Oh my God, my investment's not doing anything." Of course, it's not. In 7 months. If everything just went up, well, I mean, inflation. That's why everything's so expensive. But things take time. So Timmy bought a case for $600. Okay, put all his money into it. He's working. He has his one case, and the next, his car breaks down. Timmy lives at his mom's house in his mom's basement. Has all his money in the case. Has not prepared himself. Has no emergency fund. Has no savings. Has no 401k. Has no stocks. He has his one booster box case. And some slabs, you know what I mean? He has a bunch of slabs. You know how it is. And his car breaks down. And he needs $550 to fix his car. So he goes on eBay. He goes, "Oh, my case has to be worth at least $800, $900. It's been so much." He looks on eBay, and it's still $600. So he goes, "Okay, I could break even at least and sell my case. I didn't lose any money. It was like a savings account." Then he goes, sells it, and realizes eBay is going to take away $75 in fees from him. Okay? And a little Timmy has to pay for shipping. And later on, he has to figure out sales tax. So, since Timmy wasn't ready, he lost over $100, which, if you have no money, $100 is a lot of money. That's a lot of money to anyone if you have no money. Believe me, you have a lot of money, it doesn't seem like it until you're broke and you get $100. All of a sudden, you're rich. Buying people lunch, having a good time, you know? But this happens all the time. All the time. Happens with 99% of the people. That's why there's only 1% of people that are rich. It's just how it works. People have no patience. Have no patience. Investing, all this stuff is very investable, but you gotta have time. So those are my 3 investments for you guys today of how to make money at Pokemon. I will do more videos like this and go in detail of more investment ideas and what I would invest in, what kind of cards I'm thinking that's going to go up, what kind of slabs, what kind of boxes. I want to go over some of the Scarlet and Violet boxes and what I think about what's going to happen to those in the future. So make sure you guys, if you guys do enjoy the video, which if you guys, anyone's still here, like, subscribe, comment, turn notifications on, and be safe, you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.